Let's talk about what is Armstrong number. A number is an Armstrong number if the sum of its own digit raised to the is raised to the power of number of the digit is equal to number itself. Like for example, if we have three digit number like 153, we do cube of 1 is equal to 1, and if we do cube of 5 it's equal to 125. If we do cube of 3 is equal to 27. If we do the sum of these digits is equal to 153, and boom, is smash, and that's a Armstrong number. Screen. Now I will type code then run it. First of all, let's ask for number from user, and let's say int input enter any number, and let's store that number in any temporary variable. Like I can call it I can make a temporary variable named as temp for now equal to a, and then I will also initialize the sum variable right now, and its value should be 0, sum equal to 0, as we will sum that individual digit later. And while a is greater than 0, is smaller than 0, it's becomes smaller, right? A is greater than 0, then say reminder, and we will separate each and every number from over there. Like first of all we have to separate last digit, then second last digit, then first digit, right? And number should be like this: a modulo 10, and it's separate last number. And now we will sum that last number with sum variable plus, and we will say that reminder to the power 3. Now we will also erase that last number from the we will also erase that last digit from that number. A equal to a slash slash 10. As you know, this is floating division. It is the floating value, and if sum is equal to temp, like we most of you will think that why didn't we use a instead of temp. As you can see earlier that a value will be finished and loop will be end by the end, like a will have only value to the 0, so a will not be feasible for using that using in this code. So we will first of all store that a, and then use it use the temp, and say that a equal to temp print it's an Armstrong number, and else print it is not an Armstrong number. Sorry, I have written over here Armstrong. It's Armstrong. Now let's save this by pressing Ctrl plus S. Now let's run it, and over here you can see that it say enter any number, and we will enter 153, and it's an Armstrong number again. If we enter 1 2 3, it's not an Armstrong number, and I hope you guys are understanding as far as possible. Now we'll also dry run it in my screen. Now, as you can see this table, I prefer writing in copy because it will be much easier. Uh, Sorry, once again. Now, as you can see the dry run table, and I think many of you think, why did I make table in copy? Because it's much easier while you are writing with your hand, and it's also easier. And also another thing is that I can clearly write using pen in this copy. And as we discussed earlier, and as we write code earlier, there is same things written over in this copy. uh, as you can see that I just wrote step over here. Step means that uh, you know that while you are using while loop, it's give iteration, and that is means that while loop will run till it's true, right? So I just write step over here. It's check the when while loop is starting and what while loop do over here, and it will count 1 2 3 4 5 6 as while loop will progress. And if this it if its statements get false, it will write end over here. That's all. And this condition written over here, sum a equal to 10 is floating division 10 and remainder, these are inside the while loop. So these are what inside this while loop. Okay, and these are inside the while loop. Okay, now I will start writing over here. Okay, and as we know, we'll start writing by saying that start. Then we'll ask a number from user, that will be 153, as we already earlier do earlier check the number. And again 153 will be stored in temp. Sorry, I also just write temp 153, and we initialize the sum with 0. And then this step will be not check right now. Like we just start coding and we just put value over here, and we will over here we will check that if statement is true, then it will check over here. Okay, in second step. And also dash dash dash, and also over here dash 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 dash. Okay, over here just write iteration, it's mean iteration 1, and again value will be same 153 153, and sum is 0. Okay, and again while we are checking over here, we will also just write 153 is what greater than 0. That means condition is true, and now we can proceed. Okay, and so that's why we write iteration number 1. And a reminder equal to 153 modulo 10. That means it's just while we are dividing 153 by 10, that means we just point over here, right? It will be 15.3, and this portion 3 while will be stored in variable, like it's just stored the reminder while you are doing division, right? And it will be 3. And now sum equal to, as we earlier initialize value with 0, 0 plus what 3 cube, and now it will be what 27. Now again uh, 153 floating division 10, that's mean what 15.3, right? When we are dividing 153 by 10. And now 3 uh, is not 3 will be deleted, and 15 will be only remaining, as it delete the remainder, and only uh, write 15. Now let's just write 15, and again we are not outside of the loop, so we will also give dash dash dash. Okay, and again over here we will write iteration 2 and 115, like we store the value of a dash is equal to 15. Okay, and temp will not be changed, and value will be what, some value will be 27. I think we shouldn't go over here, like we shouldn't change the value over here. We are not outside of the while loop, right? uh, so you can also do this over here, like just give dash instead of writing value, dash 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 dash. Okay, if you want, or if you don't want, you just want to write the value or which came over here, you can again it will check each 15 is greater than 0. As it is, then it will write what, true. It will, condition will be true. Then 15 modulo 10, that will be what, uh, 15 modulo 10, that will be 15 1.5, right? But it is stored only 5, as we say earlier, that is store only remainder. Now we come over here, and it will do what is, it will store 27 plus 5 cube, right? And that will be equal to 125 plus 27, that is 152. And as we proceed, we will also write over here 27 plus sorry, we will not go over here, just write 115 modulo 10. And as we earlier discussed, that it will be 1.5, right? But it is store what, it will not store remainder, and it will be 1. And again we are not outside of the loop. I'll just write dash dash, and it will be iteration number 3, right? And again a value is 1, and if you want to write dash, it is fine. As I earlier said, that it is not outside of the loop, right? Now that's why you can write dash dash. And again, and if you want, you can write 1 also. It is perfectly fine to write 1. And again temp value will be not be changed, like I can write 153. And sum will be what, 152. And 1 is greater than 0, that is true. And we can write what, 1 modulo 10, that will be again 1. And now 1 5 2 plus 1 cube, that is equal to what, 153. And as we proceed again, it will 1 modulo 10, and now it's 0.1, right? But it is store only what, 0. And again it will not go outside of the loop, so you can write dash over here. And if we come over here, let's do not write anything over here in step first of all. And again a value will be 0. Now 153, and sum is what, 153. Is 0 is greater than 0, false, right? And now we can say that what, you can say end, as iteration got end. And it will dash dash dash, again dash 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 dash. Okay, and if you come over here, iteration already got over, right? We are exiting while loop. Now we can write if sum is equal to temp, right? And 153 is equal to 153. Is this is true? As it is true. Now we can exit, right? uh, Code will know, code will not go further. And over here, in our code, what we wrote uh, enter sorry enter any number. That is what we enter, that is 153, right? And now the output of this code will be it is an Armstrong number. Output will be what? 8 and that's all for today.